Hey guys, Mosa here, and today I'm bringing you my Week 16 Saturday football game between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, without further ado, let's get started. Now, starting it off with the injury report of the Baltimore Ravens, we got cornerback Jalen Armour Davis with a hamstring injury and wide receiver Nelson Aguilar with a concussion, both out for the game. Then moving on to wide receiver Rashad Bateman with a foot injury, and guard Daniel Falele with a knee injury, and linebacker Odafe Owe with an ankle injury, all questionable for the game. Then moving on to linebacker Adisa Isaac with a hamstring injury, safety Sanusi Payne with a hamstring injury, quarterback TJ Tampa with an ankle injury, and safety Ardarius Washington with an ankle injury. Now, when it comes to the injury report, all players will play. All of the questionable players will play. 100%, no problem there. Honestly, losing Aguilar is not that big of a deal. Jalen Armour Davis definitely would hinder the secondary a little bit, but I still think that the Ravens can deal without both of them. So I'm going to say this. If Rashad Bateman does play, that's going to be good. If he doesn't, that's one less receiver, and that's going to be basically... It's going to lead to the Ravens running the rock more with Derrick Henry rather than throwing the ball with Lamar Jackson. And honestly, that's not that bad of an idea, as you can do read options with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. So yeah, I'm thinking that definitely the Ravens are going to be hindered, but not really that much. Now on to the offense of the Baltimore Ravens. We have quarterback Lamar Jackson, running back Derrick Henry, fullback Patrick Ricard, wide receiver Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, and Anthony Miller. If Bateman cannot go, Devontae Walker will take over. Tight end will be Mark Andrews, left tackle Ronnie Stanley, left guard Patrick McCarry, center will be Tyler Lindenbaum, Daniel Falele will be the right guard, but if he cannot go, Ben Cleveland will take over. And then Roger Rosengarten at right tackle. This offensive line will do a decent job, honestly. The only real problem is Ben Cleveland. If he plays, how good will he be? And will he be a good replacement for Daniel Falele? In the end, they're going to rely on the run game. This Pittsburgh Steelers secondary is honestly insanely good. So I honestly believe that they're going to go rely on Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson in the run game. And the best option is a read option or an RPO. Make sure that you have options. You still got Zay Flowers on the field. You got Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely. Use them. While, if none of them are open, just hand it off to Derrick Henry. In the end, I think that the Ravens will indeed need to do that. And we're going to be seeing 100+ yards for Derrick Henry on the day. Now, moving on to the defense, we got defensive ends Nnamdi Madubuike and Broderick Washington. Nose tackle Travis Jones. Weak side linebacker Odafe Owe, but if he cannot go, Adisa Isaac will take over. Inside linebacker Roquan Smith and Malik Harrison. Strong side linebacker Kyle Van Noy. Corners Nate Wiggins and Brandon Stevens. Marlon Humphreys at the nickelback position. Free safety are Darius Washington and strong safety Kyle Hamilton. Now, when it comes down to it, I honestly believe that 100% we are going to be seeing the Baltimore Ravens be obliterated by the Pittsburgh Steelers pass and run game, but mostly by the run game. I think that we're going to be seeing a buttload of yards by the running backs, all of them together, that will reach over 100 yards, all combined. And maybe even, if I think he's playing, which is Najee Harris, if he probably gets 80 yards on the day. But yeah, this defense is honestly going to be crushed by the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. And realistically, both offenses have the possibility to do that, but it's a lot more difficult on the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. But about the Ravens, honestly, you got to watch out for Russell Wilson doing those play action passes as well, and he'll get you on those. Now, moving on to the injury report of the Pittsburgh Steelers, we got Justin Fields with an abdominal injury, wide receiver George Pickens with a hamstring injury, and safety Deshaun Elliott with a hamstring injury, all out for the game. Then moving on to corner Deontay Jackson with a back injury, defensive tackle Larry Ogunjobi with a groin injury, and linebacker TJ Watt with an ankle injury, all questionable for this game. Well, except for TJ Watt. He's good for the game. Now, when it comes to Deontay Jackson, he's not going to play. I don't think so. Ogunjobi, I think he'll make it. He'll be a squeeze in at the last minute. But yeah, I'm going to say this. If TJ Watt was out, I think the Pittsburgh Steelers would lose 100%. Because, I know you got Highsmith back, but without TJ, you're going to be able to get at least the blocks on Alex Highsmith, but having both of them on each side, that's going to be deadly. So the real problems will be on offense, although it's still a very good one at that, as they still have a very good run game and some decent wide receivers. So I think the Pittsburgh Steelers have almost nothing to worry about when it comes to injuries. Now, moving on to the offense of the Pittsburgh Steelers, we got Russell Wilson at quarterback, Najee Harris at running back, wide receivers Mike Williams, Van Jefferson, Calvin Austin III, and Pat Freiermuth at tight end. Left tackle is Dan Moore. Isaac Samalu will be the left guard. Center, Zach Frazier. Mason McCormick at right guard. And right tackle, Broderick Jones. Now, this offensive line will do a decent job to a very good job protecting Russell Wilson. Although, they also will do a very good job opening the holes for the running back Najee Harris and any other running back like Jalen Warren. But in the end, it all really comes down to how good not only the offensive line is, but how good is Russell Wilson in his pinpoint accuracy and his reads. How good can he read the play and make sure he gets to the right guy? That is something as well that you need to worry about when you're Pittsburgh, because, you may get some wrong reads and then bam, you miss a play, you get an interception or whatever. Point being, I think even though it's going to be a little bit tough, I still think that the Pittsburgh Steelers offense will do a very good job against the Ravens defense. Now, moving on to the defense of the Pittsburgh Steelers, we got defensive ends Larry Ogunjobi and Cameron Hayward. If Ogunjobi cannot go, Isaiah Loudermilk will take over. Then we get nose tackle Keanu Benton. Weak side linebacker will be TJ Watt. Inside linebackers Patrick Queen and Peyton Wilson. With strong side linebacker Alex Highsmith. Corners Deontay Jackson and Joey Porter Jr. But if Jackson cannot go, Corey Trice will take over. Minkah Fitzpatrick's the free safety. Devontae Kaiser will be the strong safety. And Cameron Sutton as the nickelback. Now, when it comes down to the defense, honestly, the pass rush is crucial. You got to make sure TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, when you blitz, when you're on the edge, you got to make sure that you're containing Lamar Jackson and making sure he doesn't go to the outside. As long as you keep him in the pocket and make sure that the defensive linemen are just pressuring and pushing those linemen back at him, I think that would be a very good decision for the defensive pressure of the Steelers. While in the secondary, you got to cover a few guys such as, obviously, you got Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, and Anthony Miller, and Isaiah Likely, and Mark Andrews. You got to get those guys covered. And I think they will. I think that they will. But it'll be a very tough time for this Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Although, I think they can do it. Now, in conclusion, I have this game ending 28-24. Pittsburgh wins. I'm going to say the Steelers win. 2 touchdowns by Russell Wilson and 2 by the running backs. 1 by Najee Harris and the other probably by Jalen Warren or someone else. You never know. While the Ravens scored 2 passing touchdowns by Lamar Jackson and 1 rushing touchdown. Although, I'm going to say this. It was supposed to be a rushing touchdown by Derrick Henry, but he fumbles, recovered by Lamar. Lamar takes it in for the score. So, in the end, I'm going to say this. It's going to be a tough game for both teams, but I think and believe that the Pittsburgh Steelers will come out on top in the end, as the Ravens will fumble at the end of the game and the Steelers recover on the 1 yard line. They run out the clock. Game over. Now, that was it for this video. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Tweet me any video ideas. Also, tell me down in the comments below, who do you think will win and who do you think will lose? Tell me down in the comments below. Now, like this video if you liked it, subscribe, and hit the notification if you want more videos. And I'll see you guys next time.